pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Right there, 54 Mike. Come to my world. We won.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, watch the slant.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Jackson on 1st down. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Let's go. Under 10, under 10.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Powers through it. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Tempo.
Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be fielded at the 6. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20, 10, touchdown Titans. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now it's Jackson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first down, Swift. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Come on, set. Not a good. Watch my forward. Stay with your man.
To throw is Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Third down and 14.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Hey, come on now, come on now. Zoom.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on on 2nd and 13. Jackson. This is the tight end, Njoku. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
And the Titans first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take him the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Wilson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Mike 5-4. 14.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. He completes it to Henry. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to flare up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Eckler. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now it's Wilson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
When people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Right there.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. "51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. They'll run on first down. Swift, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Houston. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 7. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Right there, 54 miles. Watch the fly. Check. Alert.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
17, Texans 15.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Humphries. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch the end. Good job right there. Fair.
Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, 0. Hey, easy.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Double count right here. Double count.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd and 5.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On first down, Swift. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to have the hook up to QT.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down now, Swift. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 32-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson now. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. He completes it to Tate. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw again is Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Touch 50, touch 50.
They'll run forward with Henry. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
At the 42-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
From the gun, Jackson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense can do. Derrick Henry, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So a big two-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wind up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now it's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down, Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
We go,
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught. That's Watkins. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Set, hut, switch the outlaw. Coming to you, coming to you. Set,
Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guy's going downfield to catch the ball.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Here's Jackson throwing on 4th down. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Titans are close to finishing off this football game.
Well. You better be afraid of me. 25, check 25.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Titans, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
sstarr21. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? sstarr, I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Ready, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Show don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
A lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Are you ready for some football?
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Down in Mississippi and New
19.
Big Snoop Dogg, team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama, and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama, and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come and get some. If you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Ha ha. Bag up on me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. If you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be seen. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? My team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it.
Hey, alert!
Jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. Team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama, and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama, and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some, if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Then I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping 'cause I got another cell. He's so fine beside a cell. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
36 power.
Feel like ginger from casino. Aces up my sleeve. Right before I leave, I said like I'm mean. I think I'm part of town.
Marshall.
Right. Stuff like the medallion, the skin of cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the spells in a five-star hotel. And I wish she's when they wish for me to fail. I might donate bills, they can't get it by themselves.
That's why I treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much.
Lady, bring out, bring out.
I just wanna check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Then up fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping 'cause I got another cell. He still buy me what I sell. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They can put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take it through my day to day. What I can say, make that play. Get some good things like my place. There's some on the way. 'Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones in my gold. I got loads in my safe. I think it's summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I get you everybody lives. I know I'm fine.
380.
Yeah, I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Then I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping 'cause I got another cell. He still buy me why to sell. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Blue lady. Hey guys, 4 down, 4 down. Right. Right. 380. 14. Right.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in the sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they actors, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brain wise, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, dismissing the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Fight! Move the team! Friday! Green line shot! Fight! 315! Good, 12! Fight! Fight! 380! Alert! Fight! Move the team! Hey! Blue lady! Hey guys, listen. Blue lady, shot! Shot! 380! Shot! Shot! Blue lady! Alright, right! Move the team! Got it! What? What? Move the team! Green line shot! What? 380! 14! Good shot! Move the team! Right! Right! 190! Good guys, slow down! Hey, low work! Green line shot! Right! 280! Green line shot! Clear! Nice! Right, 380! Cut! 280! Green legs up! Cut! Booker T! Cut! Cut! Booker T! Green legs up! Cut! 380! Green legs up! Cut! Move for T! 14, got it! Cut! Cut! 190! Go! Cut! Cut! 280! 25! 380! Hot! Cut! 280! Check! Cut! Cut! 380! Took right! Cut! 280! Got it! 280! Cut! Cut! Booker T! Gotta go, in and out, let's go! Cut! Cut! 315! 19! Cut! Cut! 380! Cut! Cut! Move for T! 380! Cut! Cut! 190! Spot that! Good cut! Cut! 280! Alert! Cut! Cut! 280! Booker T! 280! Cut! Cut! 380! Body! 280! Cut! Cut! 280! Hey, alert! Cut! Cut! Booker T! Cut! Cut! Booker T! 380! Cut! Cut! 380! Cut! Cut! Booker T! 380! Cut! Cut! 190! Look at things. 380! Cut! Cut! 280! Zebra! Hey, alert! Cut! Cut! 280! One left! Cut! 6 power. 12, 12. Green lantern, all right. Right, 280. All those spots up tight. Right, Booster team. 12, 12. Right.
I'm in the brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round.
Right, 315. Bang out, bang out. Bam, bam. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Blue lane cut.
Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Right, 380. And look, start. Right, Booster team. Alert, 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 alert. Right. Right, 190. 100%. Booster tight.
Wiping it down with the plane high. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the dead out. One phone call, get a dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Just give me a read. Know you're good. I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
Right, 280. Front left, front left. Good tight. Right, 380. 14. Right. Right, 280. Alert, 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 alert. 380. Right, Booster team. Gun guard 4 down. Blue lane cut. Right, 315. Right. Right, 380. Right. Right, Blue 15. 380. Right, 190, 14, right. Right, 280, 280, cut. Right, 280, left half, left 280, cut. Right, 380, touch 50, touch 50, right. Right, 280, hey, 0, 0, start. Right, Booster team, Friday, 15, all right. Right, 315, start. Right, 380, 12, 12, 12, start. Right, Blue 15, alert, Blue lane, right. Right, 190, good job right there, start. Right, 280, good set, right.
What is up? I'm ready for
Green 80. Hey guys, listen. Good job right there. Green 80, cut. Cut. Blue 80. Yo, Friday. Good cut. Cut. Blue 15. Cut. Green 15. Saturday. 18. Green 18. Cut. Green 80. Blue 80, cut. Cut. Blue 15. Cut. Hey guys, listen. Flying 90. Cut.
It's Tony on top of the throne. I ain't the king of the pawn. Hop on the jet across the globe. I get support my homie, there's so many bills. Cause word in my dome like tipping the air. Switching explosive, you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm ready as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love for my city. Gangs and hippies, women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me, I'm bigger than life. Give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard, go hard with the squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Wings of the team, I put Jackson at hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of this dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me, we eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart.
Green 80.
I give it all I got. Walking side to talk. Take it higher, that's a god. Man, on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walking to the top. Take it higher, that's a god. Never stopping, that's I'm on. Always winning, another loss. GPS, another loss. GPS, another loss. Better than me, vision on 2020. VVS, clipping E, determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they taking notice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey! Green 80,
Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog. Blue 15. Hold up. Start. Flying 90. That's it. Just it. Start.
Tires burn the pavement. People want to know what Mace, Potts, and Dave win. Still here, still in the
Blue 80. 14. Blue 80.
All the sun rays went. Legs on ahead. All being moved in a frenzy. Blend we all the right cred. Meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready?
Blue 80.
Jump to the rhythm as hard as
Go.
Keep it steady. To the letter rock.
Got it.
Keeping the show. What can you rock like rocket? Talk about space out your mind. What can you rock it like rockets? Fool.
Green 80. 95. Right.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio king, subjugate the dumb play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Blue 15. Green 80.
Simultaneously over joints and rock. We got here so you can save the guy. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed out in you and your yes men. And if the game had
Good right.
upheaval the ground, cause the adrenaline blend with the sound. Shots relieving the kings of all crown. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Right.
To the left, right? Turn it up. But can you rock it like rockets? What you talk about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets?
Green 80. That's one. Grenade! Hey, move the key. Friday, police. Hey, flying 90. Good job right there. Right. Hey, 280. 14. Right. Right, 280. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Grenade shot. Right, grenade. Zebra, right!
Rocket fuel.
Right, 280! Fuck that, 280! Right, Booster King! I'll go special! 280! Right, 315! Right! Right, 380! Alert! 12! Right! Booster King! Alright!
20 numbers, that's 20 bones. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes,
right.
ain't got
Friday! What you gonna do?
Come on. I'm a highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation,
right.
ain't got time for no debate.
Hey, alert!
Take it. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left.
Right.
I know one to the bread and two longer than baguettes. Little footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet.
Right, 380! Zebra! 19. Right.
I can never switch nothing in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Right, 280! What's left? Right.
I can never switch nothing in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Booster King! Right. Right, 315! 36, 386! Right, 380! Good shot! Right, Booster King! All those special! Right! Right, 990, 12, 14, 380! Right, 280! Bang out! Bam! 280! Right, 280! Let's go, try it! Right, 380! Try it! Right, 280! Look for signal. 380! Right, Booster T! Hey, alert! Right! Fight. 315. You ain't got it. Fight. 380. Hey, alert. 390. Fight. 215. 14. Front left. Go. Fight. Tight. 590. 14. Hello, tight.
Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop. Tenfold,
Alert.
end zone,
Alert.
celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, jump in the man. Oh, deal with the hands, thought he could guard me. I ruinate.
They got it 4 down.
They do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when attacking like damager. Then reaction back on the camera. High sport, flammable, sure shot. I got all the intensity. The beast, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Beat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. These guys, I don't think they can handle the battlefield. It's just me and my war beat. Guaranteed to be emerging victorious. Blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate. I'm copy, I do my dance, jump in the stands, jump in the hands, thought it could run me. I ruinate hands, I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I ain't never the trophy. I say I'm as I am. There's no need to keep it in I can climb up the seat like a turkey, or I take you with me like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. Tell us I'm making it name. I put in the jet, the person was ready to let me stay in the game. Team around to the tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, rumble. I take off, move, man. And watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Making a blitz. Got it on. Put it up. Gas. Put it up. Crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Hey, zero. Zip tight. Tight. 215. Tight.
Change, tell him